Distinguished guests, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, I watched the last session. I could see the energy and enthusiasm from the audience and the moderators and the speakers. It's such a defining subject for all of us to realize how we all perceive the importance of this mission. We live in a changing world, and the world is changing on account of economics, as I said in the morning. Extraordinary set of deliberations going on as we speak in Paris. COP21 has been setting a new footprint to resolve the contentious issues between developed and developing world, and the initiatives which are responsive in recognizing the importance of converting this world into productive and positive, where the green mission has been very much realized between politicians, economists, and the bankers. Some of the deliberations and the outcome of the deliberations has been quite positive and constructive, like reconciling the committed missions and understanding the compliance architecture we need to initiate between the developed world and developing world is evolving as we speak. The classic initiatives like setting a solar council and recognizing the world at large has to come together, converging the economics and politics, and building a policy making which are responsive for years to come, for generations to come, for sustainability. And again, setting up green banking as a committed mission again, that is a very welcome change. As a banker over 30 years, responsive for conducting business and as a business model, conventional as well as modern, in the Gulf states we realize carbon emission is not an ordinary issue, and bankers have got a significant role in substance to add value. The current momentum in the banking business model is getting redefined. That's precisely the reason why we declared Doha Bank as a green bank. How can I take billions of dollars of shareholders' money and say it's a green bank? Is it commercially viable? That question arises. It is commercially viable. That's precisely the reason I am sustaining my credibility as the leader of the team. I have the privilege of running over 13 years, and we have given billions of dollars in multiple form and respects to support the green missions, committed missions. It's not charity. It's corporate social responsibility, commercially viable, responsible business model. And that's what we need to understand. Green banking is all about recognizing investments or lending. A substantial portion of your risk-weighted capital needs to be allocated for projects which are responsive for carbon emission reduction or creating a carbon neutral society, whether it is renewables, solar or wind or biofuel or biomass, or adding value for reducing the waste or recycling, or making sure carbon emission in advanced industrial equipments comes in and it gets neutralized by mapping this process through technology. The climate change financing is a substantive model which has been tested and proven world over, and that's precisely the reason today in Paris, COP21 has been setting new footprints. Green Investment Bank in UK, a New York Investment Bank, and again, a green bank in Connecticut in the United States, Malaysian technology firms, an Australian green bank are all coming together, collaborating, and a Climate Work Foundations is setting a new mission for seed capital, and world over, showing the importance of recognizing this challenge and showcasing what the bankers can do. From my little experience living in the Gulf, where there is a maximum per capita emissions, we have introduced many such innovative financing models that has helped. Solar is a basic form of energy. Apart from maximum oil and gas production and distributions from the Gulf states, petrochemicals and oil and gas, arid zone, we call it as arid zone, 365 days sunshine has been a bigger opportunity for us to generate converting the solar energy for productive purpose. Billions of dollars have been committed for responsive actions, industrialization of the solars, photovoltaic, and other byproducts. That has been the trend set for us to see through the natural energy renewables, which are less pollutive, at the same time recognizing this is a bigger opportunity for the Gulf states for captive consumptions. And again, it's not confined to a big industrial setup alone. Small and medium-sized entrepreneurs who are the pillars of sustainability in real order. World over, everyone recognizes it's not big corporates or oil companies which are going to generate wealth. A huge amount of employment and sustainability, and again, business acumen can be enlarged through social entrepreneurships by encouraging small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. And again, they are engaged in redefining the business model for a green mission. And that's been a tremendous success in the Gulf states, whether it is water management or waste management or sewage treatment. We have seen the changing face of the world. That's precisely the reason why 15 years before I started working with the United Nations and UNESCO and building a huge awareness, recognizing the global challenges. Elimination of extreme poverty is important. And again, environment sustainability is important. To achieve that, we have to come to global partnerships. We have to recognize policymakers have to come to terms and recognizing that conventional wisdom needs to be altercated in form and substance. Innovative solution has to come that can come out of multiple form and respects. And that's been the trend and practice today. World over, everyone recognizes banking is an important tool. Banking can supplement additional advantage for you to steer the overall rest of the industry. If the global growth is around $53 trillion, hundreds of trillions are channelized for investments or lending through bankers. Generally, it is said to be twice of the GDP in real order for a normal, moderate growth. And banking, if it is channelized for productive purpose, reducing the carbon emissions or mapping these risks into business process to reduce the carbon emissions, or advanced industrial estates needs to map this risk into carbon neutral substance, they can add value as well. And that is precisely the changing face of financial service today. With the convergence of banking and technology today, we can create better world. We can ensure poverty elimination is possible. We can ensure climate change and global warming can be moderated. We can ensure food security can be supplemented. While we recognize the global population is going to be not less than 9.1 billion by 2050, and we also need additional 70% incremental productivity for food, where does it come from? Who is going to supplement this additional or incremental growth required? We all have to create a better world, create better citizens for this world to mitigate this risk. That's precisely the reason, world over, this mission has been propagated. I compliment the organizers in recognizing this mission, and today it has been a good set of deliberations. In the morning we had, apart from the initial phase which we were part of it, I've seen green energy has been a wonderful discussion. And again, green building, green field, and landfills are inadequate for us to see through what sort of reorganization required in our business model. Individuals or institutions, countries or continents have to come together to supplement additional advantage to make this as a reality. With me, a very elite panel. All are well qualified to deliberate the subjects in detail. I'm going to listen to them as good as you are, and thereafter we will have question and answer sessions to see we can clear the myth. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind attention.